Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ageless Wisdom Podcast. It's our time and privilege to connect, to respect, and to listen. As we acknowledge masters of wellness, we will hear their stories, gems of their wisdom, and their contributions to life, to themselves, maybe contributions to the family, to the community. My name is Shoshana, medicine woman, herbalist, spa visionary, and personal guide. My mission is to bridge wisdom of the earth with the artistry of wellness. I am dedicated to nurturing people's journeys towards holistic health and to this idea of serene indulgence. And you can find out more about me here on this podcast or visit my website, shoshanaweinberg.com. And I am so happy and look forward to sharing these stories and taking some slow sips of infusions while I welcome Dr. Buathon, who is a wellness practitioner and founder of the Sukha Institute of Healing Arts from Thailand. She is with an extensive background in nursing, psychology, health sociology, and her approach to health and well-being is based on the holistic practice with her boundless effort in delivering integration of body, mind, and spirit. She is a master of sound healing, Tibetan medicine, and mind training. And she has this quote I want to share, and then I'm going to hand the mic over to her. The body is the home of the mind. And once the mind is restless, the physical body is under tension. The body and the mind are interconnected, and tuning through the body's awareness is the tool for mind transformation. Welcome, Dr. Buathon.
Thank you. Namaste and Sawadika from Thailand. I'm in Thailand, Hua Hin Cham area, where it's considered royal retreat destinations. Where I grew up in this industry from Chivasom. It's the first international health resort in Thailand. And through my backgrounds, I learned a lot within this industry, where I come purely from the nursing skill, where I know that the mind is driving our body. So I study psychology. And then from there, I know the connection between the bodies and the mind. But however, through the practice, I realized that there is one more connection of body, mind, or spirit, or soul, which is very, very deep connections. Because as Shoshana has mentioned the quote that when the body under tension, when the mind is under tension, the bodies become restless. And then how can we maintain the peaceful mind? When we are able to maintain the peaceful mind all the time, then we don't have that tension. So this is really a key for the practice. To be able to keep the mind calm, then you need, we call, a spiritual well-being. It's not just spiritual development. You need to well maintain your spiritual. And to be able to keep the spiritual well-being in balance, to be well in spiritual, you have to train the mind. Once you keep training the mind, then the mind is calm. Then the physical body, which is under the 4 elements of earth, which is muscle, bone, flesh, this earth, water, circulation, the fires through metabolism, and also emotional heat, and also the air. Yes, since tomorrow is a new moon, and this new moon is solar eclipse. It's very strong in air. So the air, we are easy to go up in the air, but also to be healed, we need to be grounded. We have to keep our physical of earth, water, fire, and air in harmony. In my practice, I say we have 3 minds. Here, thinking, which is we are always consumed with this part, thinking nonstop. feeling. Sometimes we feel, sometimes we don't feel. And then when this say yes and this say no, then we have conflict. Either we follow our heart or we follow our calculations. Put it that way, then you really understand. And the gut will say, oh, no, 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 no. And not sure whether happy or not happy. So this is like body, mind, and soul, where the gut is considered is the, in terms of spiritual, is the blueprint of what we are here within this lifetime. Yeah, we just say the gut, but through the process that we born, right? The soul come to the physical body when we start to scream out of the mother womb. And then we will assess these informations again when we come to the last breath to check whether we have complete things that we are supposed to do within this life. So this is not easy to communicate or assess this information. So if you are able to meditate, there is many forms of meditation, but there are simple way that for you to able to connect to your source of information or source of data or blueprint. And then slowly you are able to connect and find your purpose of life. What
And
are you?
I think that it brings me to the first question, even
Yes.
though we've already started. But
Yes.
what is most alive in you?
What is most alive in me? For me, it seems like I found the secret to understand myself. What is my purpose? Yeah. So then I follow my purpose. So for me, I'm happy to share to everyone that you have to be able to connect to your heart. Yeah. All what you need to know is within you.
Yes.
It's not through outside. The outside it's just confirmations. You have to take time to go inside yourself and to understand what your heart's saying, what your heart's feeling. And then from there, see what your gut feeling. So this is inside you. Then it gives you the path. It actually show you a confirmation of the path. And then that, make you moving forward. For my own, my own path, I put it this way that since in the past, I say, most of the health conditions are come from the mind. But now I know that from there, to be able to stabilize the mind, you need the well-being of the spirit or spiritual well-being. So through the practice, make you go deeper. When you go deeper, you feel it from yourself. This is yes or no, which is similar to kinesiology, where this is belong to you or
Yes.
not belong to you. Yes,
Yeah.
you can apply that into your modern knowledge, what can be done. And that is the most important. And once you understand that, this is right, this is not right for you. Yeah, like for me, I can see that the world are more busy. People cannot find peace of mind, which this one I've been observing for many years. And I know as health sociologist, as I'm studying health sociology, I know pathology of society, it will become a health problems of the people in the society.
And it's interesting, I think in addition to the mind is sleep. Because we're so busy and our mind is moving so much, we're missing that very important rest at the end of the night. And speak to that as well, because I think that it's not just the mind creates lack of sleep. But it is, it is adding to the more busyness of our lives.
Correct. Because when the mind cannot focus, you cannot make the right decision. You keep repeating and repeating before you can take, a proper decision. And then sometimes wrong decision, you have to go back and, unwind it again. So when the mind able to calm down, of course, you are able to sleep better. You are able to focus better. You can able to see things clear. So, or to have mental clarity. So this is very important. So for me, I think it's about time that I keep educate people on this, because and this is the key to help them then really can be practical way in their practice. And but it's not easy to get people to understand people, because people don't have focus. So what I did, I offer the bells. Since I'm a sound healer, I have come up with the idea since 2014 that I want to offer a good qualities of the sound where people listen, then you really, they can feel the vibrations, they can feel peace within themselves. As the moment you feel that you connect within yourself. And then when you have that, of course, when people feel good, then you always calling that moment that you want to have it again. So people start feel like, oh, I can be better. I don't need to stuck in that, you restless, your mind restless, and your mind keeps spinning all the time. You have a moment that you can feel peace. And then that hope that will be a step that people can really bring themselves into the practice.
Yes.
So that's why, as the sound healer, we keep spreading the bell offering project to create the vibrations for the world, and hope that will bring the world peace.
Well, world peace would be beyond wonderful.
Yes.
And bringing it back to you for a minute, I know that
Yes.
you want to talk about others, but as as you yourself have so much experience and you've heard so many stories, what are you now becoming? Because I think for all of us that are following in this spiritual path, we want to hear from people that have already started walking on the path. How do we get there? What are you becoming? And how can we follow? How can we bring this peace into our lives?
Yes. I give you a little a small path of story. This is when I was young, when I was early 20s. I met a very well-known astrologer of Thailand. She's the one who checked where we can change the Emerald Buddha, the clothes for different seasons. So I also went to see her that how could I become you?
Okay.
So then she told me, she said, oh, you do chanting, you do praying every day. So I practice every day to be able to have that sense. I have strong determination. This is the key. I have strong determination to practice until I get it, So the same thing is what happening this day? We can't focus. We can't repeat the same patterns of practice every day until we get the result.
So just keep practicing.
Keep practicing. Before you practicing is you have to observe yourself. Because for me, I do a little experiment for myself. I wake up in the morning, I do my prayer. I went to do aim offerings for the monk. I come back. First day, I'm really happy. The second day, I repeat again, I'm not happy. The third day, I have 50% happy. So then I know it's not an activity, it's a mind setting. It's a setting. It's the moment of the mind, what it brings you.
So then what do? Do you tell the mind, I'm not going to listen to you, and you repeat the pattern, the practice, or do you realize,
This is important. I practice, I keep practice, and I observe today, how would I feel? I go through the journey, repeat the same thing, and I feel great. Okay, the second day, I practice, I boost up my mind a little bit, and then I feel much better. So this is also mind setting, but also sometimes it's where our mind is easily to fall to negativity.
Yes, it is.
It's not easy to keep positive all the time.
Mm-mm.
So now my secret practice is I keep do my chanting, because we have the three minds of thinking, feeling, and the subtle mind, which is the emotional storage or awareness. Most of the time we walk through the journey, we meet many people, we trap in their energies to come back, we feel tired or feel drained. So, but how can we look at ourselves as the balloon? This is my balloon. I breathe in, all my balloon expand. So when the balloon expand, then this balloon filled with your energy only, not others.
Yes. I love that. That is
Yeah.
so
So when you
what a
cannot
beautiful image.
fill the whole balloon with your own energy, you have other people's energy, other people's worries attached to your body.
Yes.
So this is the simple practice that you can do to make sure that your balloon filled with your energy. And then during the day, to keep practice, to keep the positive mind, because it's, as I said, the mind is easy to fall to negativity. People say something is hit you, and then you feel it. You will hold it for a long time until you find solution. Or you speak to somebody to find, is the judge okay or not okay from other? But you have to judge yourself. You have to feel positive. So important to feel positive, you must have your own energy. So to the practice, breathing is important to fill the balloon within yourself. Also, we have to ventilate the energy. Nowadays, we are text more than speaking.
Yes.
So our organs in terms of expressing has been used less. So not useless, not useless, use less than before. So
Use
less than
less.
before. Yes, we use less than before. Then it's been the system been collapsing it a little bit. So then you see that it's affecting in the posture. Now people are easy to get slouched. They don't have energies to hold the posture up. So when you have that, don't have the energy, you have to activate energy to keep the posture. So, and then when you say or express the word, try to send it with good intention. Either in any bad situation, keep positive vibration. So to be able to do that, you have to keep breathing in, send a big smile to your heart until your heart smiling back to you. Of course, then you have first energy to share to others. It's like when you have $100, somebody take your $10, you feel shaking. When you have $1,000, somebody take 100, you still be fine.
Yes.
Right?
All
So
perspective.
yes, basically you have to keep, boost up your energy. When you keep boost up your energy, then you have enough energy. You lose a little bit, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
So the way that
I love this.
I do practice the mantra chanting. So there are 3 levels of mantra chanting, like here, Om Mani Padme Hum from the head, the heart, Om Mani Padme Hum from the heart. And from here, the lower abdomen, Om Mani Padme Hum. So this is how you exercise the energy of the 3 minds. Or somebody said to you, I love you from here. They really love me. They said, I love you. You feel it from the heart. Or I love you from here. Really serious.
Yeah.
So this is like for
so,
you can practice to connect to different mind setting.
Your story reminds me of a story I'd love to share. I was speaking to a wonderful Rinpoche from Tibet, and I'm asking him, "Oh, Rinpoche, I need a teaching. I need an empowerment. I need to, I'm weak. I feel like I need some strength. Is there any way that you could, offer me a book to read or something that will just, lift me up?" He was quiet for a long time. And he said, I have the perfect thing for you. And I said, what? He said, every moment that you speak, know what words come out of your mouth.
Wow.
And I was like, that's too heavy. That's too heavy. But that's the practice, right? It's controlling the mind, maybe not controlling, but knowing the mind.
Yes,
And
of course.
and it doesn't really matter what practice you have, although I love this chanting from the 3 parts. That's
yes,
beautiful. Thank you for that. but it could be simply or hardly just your speech.
Yes.
So yeah, and I love that you're offering these practices for us, because I think people listening, they, everybody talks about this mind training and meditation and, make sure that you do this and eat this and do that. And, so I guess my next question to you is, what are some more practical examples? But how do we get to this feeling of joy in our lives so that we can counteract those negative kind of emotions that come, or back talk?
Yes. Okay. I I have a little bit of campaigns called Collective of Love and Compassion, where we get together every Wednesday, if possible, when I'm not traveling, to have a Zoom class at 9 p.m. Hong Kong time, where we do chanting together. We project it from the heart. First of all, we take a deep breath, send a big smile to the heart. You keep repeating. It's like you're smiling to other, but you smile to your own heart inside you. Because heart is always what we call royal to you. You have a good time or bad time, the heart still function. You have to look after your good friends very well. Yeah. And then after that, we actually chant it from the heart to reduce the heat out from the heart. Because when we are emotional, you take a deep breath, you release the stuff, you feel the heat coming out. So basically, we do the sounds to release the heat out from the heart. We activate and we chanting from the heart like Om Mani Padme Hum. You chant, I would say, at least half an hour. You feel, you feel love within your heart. You feel joy. And this mantra is actually cultivate joy and love from the heart. Where if you want to go deeper to the meaning of this mantra, it's also connect to different realms. But first of all, be joy. Because this also bring your love within your own heart and cultivate joy. I think this is, if you do it seriously, not seriously, with your strong determination, you will find it. Don't just get bored on it. And this is also the way you play with your own voice. Because every day, that different voice that you projection depends on your channel. Because if you have a bad day, the sound become Mani Padme Hum. That kind of stuff. And then you have a good, you get angry, too much heat. The sounds become not clear. And then you slowly project it, the sound become clear. And then when the sound become clear, then you can feel joy in your sound. You feel like a little kid singing.
And I love chanting, and I totally resonate with what you're saying.
Yes.
But when, as I want to get a little bit deeper into this, because I have you on this podcast, and
Yes.
I want to be helpful to the people that maybe are new to meditation, or are new to even the idea of a spiritual practice, and feel maybe a depression or a loneliness. And maybe you could share a time of loneliness, and where do you go to start and find this solace of this quiet? Like, how do you begin a process when you're kind of stuck?
Okay. Of course, in daily life, sometimes we get stuck. We get stuck is mean the elements of earth, water, fire, and air are not in harmony. That's my explanation. So you take some time. If you can find a quiet place, it's good. If you cannot find a quiet place, it's also fine.
It's kind of funny. I just have to stop you for a second. Right when you're saying a quiet place, do you notice the noise? Can you hear the noise that's in the home?
Yes.
You can hear the noise that's happening here?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
you're-
no,
Oh, you can't. Okay.
I can't.
Someone just started drilling next door to me, and you were saying,
Right.
find a quiet place. And then all of a sudden there's this like drilling. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just
Yes.
I wanted to make sure that the drilling wasn't coming through. So
Yeah.
please, here we
So
are in your
find a
quiet.
space that you feel comfortable, put it that way, either quiet or not quiet, but you have to feel comfortable. Okay. And life always have colors, you know, bring
Yeah.
colors to your life, any
Mm.
colors that you like. You know, people don't think too much about meaning of the colors. Think about the color that you feel at that moment. Mostly are bright colors. You know, then at least you have energies of the colors. That's why I wear yellow. Okay, so
Yeah.
then if you don't have a mala or prayer bead with you, you can bring anything. You can use your fingers. You take a deep breath. And then you can start with the sound Om. Breathe in. Exhale, become Om. Om. To this Om, imagine that you release the tension out from the lower abdomen when you project the sounds Om. Let's do it together for 10 times. Whoever follow this one can practice too. Sit upright. Put your left hand at your heart. Put the right hand on the lower abdomen. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. And you slowly release your exhale. Repeat it 2 more times. Breathe. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Then slowly move your right palm in front of your mouth. Take a deep breath. Releasing the sound. Feel the amount of heat that's coming out. Breathe. Breathe. Then bring it down. Put it on your on your tummy. Breathe in. We're gonna project the sound Om from the lower abdomen, come up as the sound Om, and release tension, unnecessary energy out of your body. Breathe in. This process, when you project Om, you imagine the amounts of energies come out from the lower abdomen. Breathe. Om. 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 Last one, breathe. Om. And slowly put your hand in front of your mouth. Take a deep breath. Release the sound. Repeat it 2 more times, please. Breathe. How is the heat level?
Yeah, it's like a cooler breeze that comes out. It's
Yes.
amazing how different.
Yes. Body, we can communicate with the body.
Mm.
You know, then when we able to communicate with the body, slowly we can communicate with the mind. But the body is, you can touch, you can feel. The mind is floating in the air. So come back to the body first and communicate with the body. And then with this, you can repeat 10 times. If it's still not cool, 20 times, 30 times. Of course, 50 times, I guarantee it will cool off. You
Yes,
can do
I
50
did.
Yeah,
I
even though you
love
have
that.
emotional explode, like very angry, 50 times, of course, must cool down.
Yes. I
Mhm.
think that's such a practical, easy way to one, relax, reset the nervous system, and
Of course.
cool the body. I love that. It really worked. I mean, it was amazing to see the difference of the breath at the beginning and the end. And that's
Yes.
only 10 ohms.
Yes, and then if you observe, then your head getting lighter.
Mm,
Yeah. So you can do this, and then if you feel like you want to do it more, you can just breathing in, smiling down to the heart, and feel what make your heart heavy. And from there, you can go to the same process of breathing in, release. You have to breathe in, connect to the heaviness in the heart, and release. 20 times at least, so you feel lighter in your heart. Yeah. The most
yeah.
important part is for you to have the awareness when something, oh, this is not right, come back, practice and release it. Don't really wait until it really go that, a big concern or heavy in your body that you don't have energies to fight with it.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think that's the hardest part, is to catch yourself before doing something. And I think with that steady practice,
Yes,
you can maybe grab it a few milliseconds before the reaction happens or the sadness starts.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the practice is the most important. It's like almost like a container to live in. It's not that you can't put your arms out of the container and try new
reach
things,
there.
but it's a container to live within that creates. I guess that's why, they say, find a mat and meditate on the same mat, and then that begins to have the energy. So whenever you sit on that mat, it also
Yes,
brings the energy.
of course. Of course. My recommendation is practice daily before anything catch you.
Yes. Or
Yes.
3 times a day.
I think daily is good. In the morning, I do some practice from the morning, which is 6 a.m. Hong Kong time via Clubhouse, which is 5 a.m. Thailand time. We'll practice with the chanting together about 45 minutes. And then my energy lasts until 10 p.m.
Mm.
Please bear in mind, I'm allergic to coffee, so I'm not allowed to sip a coffee if I have no energy. And then also I'm allergic to alcohol, so I maintain my balance quite well.
I think it makes it easy if you're allergic to them, because if you're allergic, you have a reason not to, right?
Yes, yeah.
Another question that comes up for me
Yes.
is, I personally am so connected to my ancestry and
Mhm.
to lineages that have been passed down to me. How does that play a role in your life of keeping this ageless wisdom that you're sharing with us? Is there an importance to having a lineage and respecting the lineage? Or I've noticed that there are many people that are just, in social media, and they're out there, and maybe they don't have the right teachings or the right education, and they're sharing information about herbs or wellness or breathing. And like, is it important to have a lineage to be connected to, or is it that this information now is just accessible to all, and anyone that finds interest in it, so be it? How do I get through that? How do we get through that as a because the reason why I asked this question and started this podcast was I wanted for the masters of wisdom to share their true nuggets of life with us, rather than maybe someone who had less experience,
Mhm.
because I wanted to collect the information to share with everyone. So I guess that's how I'm bringing that question up, is in this effort of keeping the lineages alive.
Yes. First of all, you mentioned about ancestor. I always, after the chanting, I send positive vibration to my ancestor and be thankful for what they bring to me today, because what we up here today is also because of the process in the past that brought us today. So of course, the lineage, in terms of lineage, my practice in terms of spiritual, I am born as Theravada Buddhist. So I study and study and study, try to understand. Then it's breaking the boundaries to Mahayana and also Vajrayana practice. First of all, we have to working on one lineage to understand.
Yes.
And then from there, you have a frame of understanding. Then you can explore a few lineage and see what is bring you. Because at the end of the day, we always have through this journey and another journey and another journey. So life is a journey. So what it bring to you, but first you have to respect who you are, your lineage, from your ancestor, from what I'm respect my Theravada practice. I say the 5 precepts. You might heard about 5 precepts of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lie, and also intoxicate. I think this is the basic of to bring our focus or awareness. Maybe I get better awareness because I don't drink coffee and alcohol. Maybe.
It's possible. Yes.
Possible.
Yeah, I believe that is possible, of course.
Yes. Yeah. And then with that, that is through that that is the frame of our daily living for our own to maintain a positive mind. Because if you kill something, your minds feel guilty, or you have something, and in terms of soul connection, then you keep your mind not focused. Your mind's been dripping to somewhere. And then from there is, we say, 8 path. 8 noble path, which is the way to keep you to basically at least feel good and enlightenment. So if you keep focused on that, I think you're in a good frame. And from there, if you want to explore a little bit of esoteric or whatever, then it's good. You have a good foundations.
Yes, I think the foundation is important.
Yes.
Because it really it grounds you. It gives you a basis from which to grow. Like any tree has some roots.
Yes, yes, and that have to be strong enough.
Yes, or else boom.
Otherwise you fall, you sway. Yeah, so that is the most important. Yeah, I practice both the chanting, the prayers for both Theravada practice, the one for prayer wheel. Of course, in Thailand, Buddhist Theravada, we have morning prayers, evening prayers, but I didn't do that. I do one prayers, which is for me the first time that how I do that, because it's very long. Take about half an hour to do. By that time, finish that sutra, I already focused. I'm really like relaxed.
Yes, focused
So
and relaxed, ready
yes,
for anything.
ready for anything. So once you choose something, you have to understand what it gives you, what it brings you, and the purpose of it, especially for yourself.
Yeah, and that brings you back to that life purpose. It needs to
Correct.
somehow fit in with the life purpose.
Yes, correct. Not just follow to how to get this, how to get that from others, but your own purpose.
Yes.
Mm.
I love that we're beginning and coming back to the life purpose again,
Yes,
because I think
correct.
that maybe it's not talked about enough in the, healing field of truly what is your life purpose, because I think it's hard to find. You really do have to quiet the mind and quiet the heart to be able to see your life purpose. But it feels like you found yours. So in finding yours, is there anything that you'd like to end with that would to share to everyone that's listening your kind of final words or your words that you'd like to carry on, or what's coming next for us.
Yeah. It is important is the intention. Whatever you do it with good intention, not just only benefit yourself, but we always, like in Mahayana or Vajrayana, we say benefit the others, because we have no boundaries. You are my boundaries, I am your boundaries. At the end, we are connecting somehow. The whole worlds are connecting. You move one wrong step, it affects the whole worlds. So when you look at energy, anything are supporting each other. So when you do it with good intention, and with good intention, make your hearts open. When your heart's open, then what you do with open hearts. And then it means you send love to others and you receive the love back. And then it is important, when you have the love in yourself, you vibrate all the cells in the body with love and compassion. When you vibrate, then this energy is keep vibrating out of you. When it keep vibrating out of you, that's how you draw the positive vibrations around you. And then that's how you walk your path with the positive vibe. Yes. Thank you for an opportunity to share with love and compassion to all.
This was amazing, and I'm so grateful. I feel that you've actually given us some tools that we can leave today with to find greater peace and joy and compassion in our hearts. And what's better than that, to like walk away with actual tools that can help us in this very stressful life. So I am grateful for you sharing your ageless wisdom. And in the notes will be how to find you and how to connect with your Zooms and your chanting meditations and how to have one-on-one consultations with you. So I urge everyone to follow Dr. Buathon, and thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best with love and light.